This conference will now be recorded.
So we have passed the transactions related to purchase, sales, now purchase return. So the other name of purchase return is the debit note, sales return is credit note. So and also we have passed the transactions related to stock journal. Stock journal for what purpose? So stock journal is related to what? It is the internal transfer of inventory between one go down to another go down. Very good. Then one more transaction we pass with physical stock, that is to adjust the count when there is a difference in the count of stock comparatively to the physical count of the stock and with the report what we have it in our tally. So when there is a mismatch, we are going to adjust it by using with physical stock entry. Good. So now next, and also we have seen how we can be able to give with a free item. So that is by enabling the option in the respective voucher type alteration screen. So by enabling allow zero valued of transactions. So when we enable this, we can be able to accept the transaction with zero valued. When you are able to give it for free sample or as a gift, so where it should not be raised with any value, so that is called as a zero value transactions. So in such scenarios we can enable it in the respective voucher type alteration screen with the option allow zero value of transactions as yes. Then also we have seen with how you can be able to use it with two types of rate column. So one is actual, sorry, quantity column. Actual quantity is how much it is going physically out of our business, and build quantity is for how much quantity we are charging it. So this is the actual and build column concept. Okay. So the next concept we are going to see it with, it will be related of how we can be able to make the order process. So if you're doing a, if you are placing an order, so how you can pass the entry for the placing the order, and after that what all the transactions will be involved in the uh, process. So we will see with that. So there are two types of process. One is the purchase order process and another one is sales order process. So what all the transactions will be involved with in the purchase order and sales order? So give me a moment. Yeah, thank you for being online. Sorry for the inconvenience. So due to some technical reason, so we have to uh, fine. So we will get back to our session. So we were discussing on what are the process of doing it when it is a purchase order. So let's do it. That is in purchase order process. The first transaction, what it will be there is purchase order. Then once you are making an order, so you are going to receive the goods. So for the same, we are going to pass the transaction called a receipt note. So after receiving the goods, if it is found out with any rejection, sorry, if there is any kind of a goods which is damaged or not acceptable condition, so we are going to pass a entry called rejection out. Once it has been rejected, so then we will be able to find it how much goods we have been accepted with. So for the same, there will be a transaction called purchase invoice. Then after purchase invoice, so we can have a returns in case of any returns after the purchase invoice, then it is to be passed through debit note transaction. And finally, we are going to make the payment to party. So this is the purchase order process. So can anyone try with the same process related to sales order process? By taking this as an example, can anyone try to prepare with sales order process? Please try. What are the transactions can be involved in the sales order process by taking the above process example? Can anyone try? So what could be the first transaction in that case? Under the sales order process, what could be the first entry? So let's go one by one transaction. Hope my voice is audible to everyone. Please have a look on the chat box. Yes. So please let me know what could be the first transaction when it is a sales order process. By taking the reference of above purchase order process. Very good. So after the sales order, when we receive the sales order, we are supposed to give the goods to them. So what is the transaction we are going to pass it for the same? Okay, directly we are not going to do it with sale of goods. So we are going to pass with the delivery note for delivering the goods against the sales order. Yes, the explanation wise it's okay. So you can follow with the above process, that is sales order, then deliver the goods against the sales order. If found anything wrong with them, the goods if we are not accepted with, they can send back to us. So we are going to receive it in the form of rejection in entry. Then after that, whatever it is left out with, we are going to raise the sales invoice. And after the sales invoice, if there is any returns, we are going to receive it through credit note. And then finally whatever the left out is that to be paid by them, so that will be passed through receipt entry. Okay, so please be very much clear that before the purchase invoice, what will be the entry for returning the goods, and after the purchase invoice, what will be the entry for returning of goods. The same way for sales invoice also. So for the purchase invoice, before passing the purchase invoice, if there is any rejection, then you have to pass with the rejection out. After the purchase invoice, if there is a rejecting the goods, then you are supposed to pass with debit note. Then sales invoice, before that rejection in, and after the sales invoice, it is credit note entry. Hope you people were able to understand with this. Now we will put the same transactions in the tally. How we can be able to pass these transactions through tally. So let's come to the gateway of tally. Hope you people are able to see my screen. I'll reshare the screen. Yes. So we shall pass the transaction for the same. So we shall go to the gateway of tally, press F11. So there is no any options as of now to enable with purchase order processing, sales order processing, because it is by default it has been enabled. Okay, so we will accept the screen and we will pass the transaction directly, the vouchers. So on the right hand side, you don't find it automatically with the vouchers option related to purchase order or sales order and other transactions types. So we should go to the F10 other vouchers. So now here we don't find it automatically in this list to enable with purchase order or sales order. So let me go to the option called show inactive, and here you'll be able to find it with purchase order and sales order option. So select the option and it will ask you whether do you want to activate with that option. Yes, make it as yes or press enter key. So now here I can be able to pass the transaction for the same. So let me disable the option of actual and billed or quantity. So press F11 and we can be able to disable the option. Use separate actual and billed quantity. As of now, we will keep it as no and accept the screen. Now select the party. So let me create a party ledger over here. Create. So let me take it. Let me take the party under the sundry creditors. Then maintain balances bill by bill as yes, which is mandatory for the party, and accept the screen. Then accept this supplementary detail screen. So this screens whatever you are going to get it after the party ledger. So it is called as supplementary detail screen. That is extra information if you want to feed to your transactions, you can feed it over there. Then you can give the order number. So order number by default it will take with 1, 2, 3 in this format, but the companies will follow with their own type of formats of giving the order numbers. So let us assume it that for our company we shall give the format of the order number as so PO hyphen 01 slash 2020 21. So let's assume it this is as our format. The next, you can be able to select the relevant purchase ledger. Let me take it as inventory purchase. Then now, let's assume it that I am going to place an order for Samsung Galaxy Mobile of 100 quantity. So in case if you are not going to have any relevant item, you can be able to create it over there. So here I am taking the same existing item as an example. So I'm going to give it as 100 quantity, which is each the rate is 21,000. So I'll be accepting the screen. So this is how we can be able to pass the purchase order entry. So once you pass the purchase order entry, please make a note that whenever you pass any order related entry will not have any effect in your books of accounts or in your inventory report, because it is just a statement which is going to be just recorded in your books of accounts. It will not have any physical uh, changes in your report or in the transactions wise in any accounting or inventory report. So it is just a recording of information. Now, in that case, we are not going to check with stock summary because it will not have an effect over there, nor in the accounts reports like ledger report. Then, what else the report we can check it out is we can go to the gateway of tally display, and here we have a report statement of inventory. So here you will be able to get a report called purchase order outstanding. So you can go to the purchase order outstandings and go to the all orders. So here it shows that so you have placed an order until and unless it has been fulfilled. So it will be showing as outstanding, which is not cleared. Outstanding is nothing but pending or cleared, not cleared, sorry, pending or not cleared information. Okay, so we have made an order, we have not received it. So it is a pending. So it shows in the purchase order outstanding report. So whereas if I go to the inventory reports, so I'll be having a report called purchase orders book. So this is just a register. So whatever the transaction you pass it through that voucher type, it shows all the transaction information in this book. So this is also just an information, that's it. Okay. So now the next transaction will be, So as of now, we will have a look on the stock summary. So if I press Alt F1, so here it says the mobile Samsung Galaxy, it still shows as 30 numbers because that entry, that is an purchase order entry, will not affect into the directly the values of the inventory. Now the second transaction we shall pass it. So that is a receipt note. So to pass the receipt note entry, I'll press F10. So by default, it will not be available over here. I should go for show in active voucher type and then go to the voucher type called receipt note. So that is Alt F9. Make activate as yes. So we shall take with the same party ledger what you have selected with the purchase entry, sorry, purchase order entry. So we shall take the same party, Martha Company Limited. So here, make sure that you are going to select with the order number. So now you can be able to see here, as of now, in this entry screen, we have only this party ledger name before selecting the order number. Once we select this order number and accept the screen, so you can observe that the other information, whatever we have been given in that order entry, so automatically it will get be redefined. Okay, so we'll accept the screen. So you can see that it has taken the purchase ledger automatically, and it has taken the partner, the stock item name and its quantity, how much we had ordered. So that many quantity with the value, it has been taken automatically. So here, once you select the stock item, you'll be able to get this item allocation screen. So here we have to start with a new tracking number. So to connect from purchase order to receipt note entry, we used order number as a link. Now, from now onwards, that is from the receipt note entry onwards, that is the physical movement of goods when it is happening till the purchase invoice. So we have to link it through with the tracking number. So when you are going to use the tracking number, you'll be able to find to get to know that how many goods you have been received physically, how many goods has been sent back, rejected out, then for how much quantity the bill has been raised. So these are the information which we can be able to gather it by using the tracking number. So by defaultly the tracking number it has taken with purchase order number. So which is not recommended to use with the same number. You can use with the new number. So here we have an option called new number. So here we are going to use the terminology called GRN. Can anyone try to find out what could be the GRN means? It's a common terminology when it comes to the inventory. So GRN means so it is goods receipt note number. Okay, so we shall use the terminology as GRN and then we will continue with the number. So let's take it as GRN 01 slash 2020-21. So this is my tracking number for this transaction. So I'll accept the screen. So now I'll have a tracking number separate and the order number separate, so that it is not going to make any confusion between these two information. So now let's select with order number with the same number, then the go down wise. So whether you want to store it once you receive the goods, so in which go down do you want to store it? So let's take it for example in the main location. And accept the screen. So now we shall check it out in the report called stock summary and press Alt F1. Here now you can be able to see that the Samsung Galaxy has been increased with 100 quantity which was been received through purchase order. So now if I go inside this, so here you can be able to find a information called purchase bill pending. So why it is showing as purchase bill pending means we have been placed an order through purchase order entry and we have received the goods. So as of now, it is only a inventory movement what it has happened. So on which there is no accounting information available. So it is saying that you please raise the purchase bill for received inventory. Okay. So now the same thing, the report, if I go to display, then statement of inventory, here you will be able to find a separate report called purchase bills pending, so that it shows the list of all the entries and the parties and as per the orders which is been received the ordered goods but the bills is pending. So if I check it out in the purchase order outstanding, it will be showing as 0, which was showing before with 100 quantity. So now it will show it as 0. Whereas if I go to purchase bills pending, so here it says that goods received but bills not received. So please make a note of the screen that statement goods received but bills not received. So there may be a question related to this. So if it is said as goods received but bills not received, it means dash. So it means that you have passed the receipt note entry by using a tracking number, but you didn't clear that entry without passing the purchase invoice. How we can remove this means by passing the purchase invoice entry. So now let's assume it that we are not going to receive the purchase invoice because we are going to have a return of goods before the purchase invoice. If I want to return the goods, it will not be a purchase return, so or it is called as a debit note. It will be a rejection out, that is the goods is been rejected and sent out of this company. So that reason we are going to pass with rejection out entry. So how do we pass it means, so we shall come to the gateway of tally, vouchers, press F10. So go to the show inactive. So now we are going to pass it through rejections out. So the shortcut key is Control F5. So it has to be activated for the first time. So now here we are supposed to select with the same party and select the stock item which was been received, and now we are going to reject it back. So we are not going to reject it all the 100 pieces. we are going to reject only 5 pieces, but before selecting the quantity, you are supposed to select the same tracking number which was being generated at the time of receipt note entry. Do not generate a new number, so then there will be no link between this transaction to the transactions. Hope you people were able to understand with this concept. So while passing the receipt note entry, what the tracking number has been created, the same tracking number need to be continued in the rejection out. So we'll select the same, then we are going to give the quantity how much we are going to return back. So we have given with 5 quantity. And accept the screen. So once you accept the screen, now let's check it out in the stock summary. The first report with changes, Alt F1, and let's check it out. So before it was 130 quantity, now it has been reduced with 5 quantity. Then next, after that, you can go to display, statement of inventory, and purchase bills pending. So here it says 95 quantities pending out of 100 initial quantity. So there is a 5 quantity has been reduced because we have sent back. For remaining 95 quantity, so there should be a invoice required. At the same time, if you go and check it out in the purchase order outstanding report, you will be able to see in the all orders that 5 quantity what has been rejected out. So it relates to the same order transactions. So it shows here as a outstanding. That is, sometimes there is a possibility that we may take the replacement of those particular goods which have been returned back. Okay. So in this case, what is that we can do it in case of receiving that replaced goods, that is a rejected goods, when there is a replacement. In such scenario, the next transaction will be again as receipt note entry for receiving back the same goods. But let's assume it that we are not going to receive back the same goods for the order, the rejected goods. We don't want any replacement. So we will continue with only 95 quantity order. The next, after that, we will be passing the transactions. The next transaction will be F9 purchase. So now we will take the same party and select the tracking number. So once the tracking number is selected, you can check it out that we are going to get the information automatically. So through the tracking number, what quantity we were supposed to raise the bill, the same quantity it is going to take it automatically. So that is 95 quantity. Out of 100, we rejected 5 quantity, and now we were supposed to receive the bill for 95 quantity. So it has been selected with the same. And if you press enter, the same information will be placed over here. So hope you were able to find it easy to understand with this. We shall accept the screen. So here we are supposed to select with the reference type. From this transaction onwards, so the accounting report will be generated. Till now, whatever we have passed the transactions related to receipt note and the rejections out, it is related only to the inventory part. So now onwards, it will be started with the accounting part. So we shall take with the new reference. So by default, it has taken the order number. You can use the same or you can change the reference name and accept it. So now you can check it out in the report, display, statement of inventory, and if you go for purchase bills pending, so now the bill pending, it will be nil because we use the same tracking number and we have cleared, we have passed the purchase invoice entry. So by this, it is going to end up with that pending information. So whereas in the purchase order outstanding, it will be the same thing, that is 5 quantity, it is balance which was been rejected. So this was a report all about the inventory part. So now on we can be able to check it out in our accounts books. It will be showing with the ledger wise. We shall go to that party ledger. So the transactions, it will be showing over here now. So what are the transactions we have passed by using the Mata Company Limited, by using the accounting information. And if you go to the statement of accounts, outstandings, so in the payables, that is we are payable to the party. So now it is going to show that the party is payable of at this amount. Until and unless you pass the purchase invoice, it will not affect anywhere in the account report. Is that clear to everyone? Please type it as clear. In case if you are not clear, please let me know so that I can repeat it once again. Thank you for the response. Fine. So we have passed the purchase order entry by using the order number. We tracked it in the receipt note entry. From the receipt note entry, we started with the tracking number. So where we tracked it to the rejections out, and then we have tracked it the same in the purchase invoice. So now the accounting part has been started. So now after this, let's assume it that there was a return of goods to the party. So for that, which we are not going to pass the rejection out once again because we have already passed the purchase invoice. For that rejection of goods, we are going to pass with debit note. So here we are going to select the same party. No tracking number will be available because it has ended in the purchase invoice itself. So the original invoice number, it will be the purchase invoice number, so which was 9. Accept it. Let's select the same purchase ledger which we have used in the purchase entry. Then we'll select the same stock item. No tracking number, not applicable, but we will use the same order number and let it be with main location only. This time I'm going to send back 10 quantity. Then in the reference type, we are going to select it as against reference, because I'm supposed to pay now the amount how much is there in the purchase invoice, that is outstanding payables. So in that outstanding payables, it has to reduce the amount. So I'm supposed to select with against reference so that I can be able to select the same reference of the purchase entry and reduce this value, how much I'm returning it back in my payable amount. Accepted. Now if I go to the gateway of tally display statement of accounts, I can be able to see with outstanding payables. The same report, you can also see it from this screen itself by going to the go to option on the top in between the screen. So the shortcut key is Alt G. So press Alt G. Instead of going out of the screen, we can be able to go to another new screen from the tally prime. So here we have a report called bills payable. So we can be able to select it and check it out. What is the amount I'm supposed to pay? So if you want more detailed information, press Alt F1. So you will be able to know that how did you got the 17 lakh 85,000? Actually, it was 19 lakh 95,000. So then there was a debit note, that is a return of goods of rupees 2,10,000. So that much of amount has been reduced. So now we are supposed to pay how much? 17 lakh 85,000 to the party. So now come to the gateway of tally, and also you can check it out with stock summary, where you can check it out by going to the go to option itself. So let's check it out. Alt F1. So here the Samsung Galaxy, now it is available with only 115 numbers. So if I go inside, I can be able to see the transactions related to this over here, related to the purchase and the debit note. The rest of the other inventory information, it has affected directly the balance of it, whereas the accounting entry, it has affected with accounting values. Now if I go to the display statement of inventory, so there will be no purchase bill pending, but there will be a purchase order outstandings, all orders. So with 15 quantity, because 5 quantity was been rejected and remaining 10 quantity was been returned. So it has combined both the balance, and now it is showing with 15 quantity is balance quantity which we are supposed to receive from the same party. Okay. So now whether do you want to replace that 15 quantity, do you want to receive back that 15 quantity, or do you want to end up this order process, that is by ignoring that 15 quantity of receiving back the goods? So how do you want to pass the transaction? How do you want to go ahead? Do you want the replacement or do not want replacement? Please type it. So if you want, you can type it as want. If you do not want, you can write it as do not want. I want your participations. Okay. So if you want the goods to be taken back from them on this order, then you are supposed to pass a receipt note entry. Once again, you should pass a receipt note entry, and for the same you should pass with purchase invoice. Using the same order number, you should pass these two transactions. So let's see how we can be able to do that. So Alt F9, select the same party. So you are supposed to select with same order number, end of list, accept it. So you can see that that 15 quantity, whatever it was there, the pending, so that it will be taken automatically. So now you are supposed to create one more tracking number. And use the same order number and accept the entry and accept the entry. Now, if you go and check it out in the report, display statement of inventory, order outstanding, order. So now it is nil, but it shows in purchase bills pending as it is pending. So how to remove this pending means we should pass the purchase entry. So let's pass the purchase entry, purchase, select the same party. Select the tracking number and accept it. So automatically it will take the same goods. So here I am supposed to take with the new reference. And accept the screen. So now if I go to the display statement of inventory, purchase bill pending. So now this is going to be 0. And now if I go to the display statement of accounts, outstandings, payables. So here it says that you are supposed to pay with 21 lakhs. Before it was 17 lakh 85,000, now it is 21 lakhs. So it has been added. In case while passing the purchase entry, the second purchase entry, if you would have used a new reference with a different reference number, so let me take it for example, PO001, accept, accept. So now you will be able to see two different reference numbers with two different outstanding amounts. Is that clear to everyone with this? Yes. So while passing the payment entry, you will be able to see with both the reference numbers. When we take the party against reference, you will have both the references. Now, this is in the situation of when you are going to get the replacement, when you want the replacement. So when you do not want the replacement, let's assume it that whatever the 15 quantity was there, which was rejected and returned. So in that case, I don't want to receive back that goods. I want to just end up the process. That is the order. I want to clear it. In that case, how we can be able to do that? So how we can be able to go back to that entries, like I'll go to the day book. So we can go to the day book report, or which is the best way of finding the transactions related to the same party means you can go to the gateway of tally display. You can go to the accounts books and you can go for ledger and select the party. So I can go back to that purchase entry and I can be able to delete it. So do you know what is the shortcut key for deleting an entry? Deleting anything from the tally. What is the shortcut key? Very good. So we can press Alt D and we can be able to delete this entry. So this is only for the accounting entry. In case if you want to delete with inventory related entry, then go to inventory books and you can be able to pass, you can check it out in receipt note register and you can be able to find the transactions and I'll be able to delete the same. So now if I go and check it out the report, statement of inventory, purchase order outstanding. So it will be showing me with that 15 quantity. Since I have deleted that purchase receipt note entry, so it will not show anything in the purchase bill pending because I've already cleared in the first term. So there will be no pending. Whereas the purchase order outstanding is there of 15 quantity. So how I can be able to clear this existing 15 quantity which I do not want to get the replacement. I just want to end up with this. And it should not show me the report in the purchase order outstanding that you have some outstanding for this order. How we can be able to do this means, so we have to press space bar to select. Then we have an option called on the right hand side as pre-close orders. So that is which is pending and you do not want to continue with that order and now you want to pre-close it. So press Alt W. You will be able to get a separate column as pre-close quantity. So how many quantity do you want to pre-close it? So can anyone try to let me know that how many quantity I should be able to specify it to pre-close my order? How many quantity has to be entered to pre-close my order? Yes, it is the 15 quantity, which is the balance quantity I have to enter with. and give the reason. So let me say it as order closed, and just accept this screen. Now there will be no order which is pending. Hope you people understood with this concept. So we have seen how we can be able to do with purchase order entry, and how we can be able to track it from one transaction to other transactions. So we were able to track it from the purchase order entry to receipt note with the order number, and from receipt note onwards, it is tracking number to the rejection out, and for the purchase invoice, it ends there. Then from the purchase invoice to debit note, if you want to connect it, it will be order number and the bill wise reference. Then finally, when you are going to make the payment, so there will be no interference of tracking number or order number, because payment is a pure accounting entry. So it will relate only for the accounting part. So that is the reference. Accepted. So now if I go to the go to option and sorry, go to bills payable, so there will be no amount left out for that Martha. Hope you people were able to understand. So now we shall try the same thing in the sales order process. So we shall have a 5 minutes of break, and meanwhile you can just have a look on that, all the transactions what we have discussed now, so that after 5 minutes we are going to start with sales order process. Thank you for being online. So I think you people were able to recollect all the process of passing the entries on purchase order process. So now we shall check it out with sales order process. So let's pass the transaction by going to the gateway of Tally, vouchers, press F10. So we shall go for sales order, which is not active. So we have to go for show inactive. Then make it sales order as yes. So now we shall select the party ledger. Let's create one ledger under sundry data and give the order number. Let's give the format. Sales ledger. We shall take the same stock item. For 50, sorry, let's take it as 80 quantity, or we shall take it for 100 quantity with the same. But when I'm receiving the order, I may give the value with different, accept the same. So once after passing the sales order entry, if I go to the gateway of Tally, display statement of inventory, there will be a sales order outstanding, all orders. So for the 100 quantity, there will be no effect in the either in the ledger wise report or the accounting wise or the inventory wise entry or the reports. So the second entry we are going to pass it through. F10, show inactive, enable with delivery note, select the same party, Param Company Limited, select the order number, end of list and accept the screen. So automatically it is going to take the same information from the sales order voucher types. Now give the new tracking number. Let me take it as DN, that related to delivery note. Select the same order number and here I am going to select with the main location. So I have received an order of 100 quantity where I have only 85 quantity. So it says that negative stock. So we can ignore it by pressing enter. Now accept the entry. So now if I go to the stock summary, it shows minus 15. Then if I go to display, statement of inventory, sales order outstanding, it will show nil because how much it was ordered, that many goods have been delivered. Whereas in the sales bill pending, it is going to show that you didn't receive any Sales invoice, as of now you didn't raise it, so it will be showing over here as goods delivered but bills not made. So please be clear with this: goods received but bills not received. So then it is a related of purchase invoice. Goods delivered but bills not made, it will be related to sales invoice. So there might be a question related to this. So now, in case of any rejection, we can be able to pass the rejection in entry. That is by going to the F10 and enable it in the show inactive. Make it as yes. Select the same party. Select the same stock item and tracking number. Let's assume it there is a 20 quantity is returned. Accept it. Now, if I go and check it out in stock summary, so it says totally it is 35, it is available. But when I check it out by pressing F5 with go down wise, so it will be 5 quantity for the main location. So be clear with the report checking, display, statement of inventory, sales bill pending, it will not be there anything. Sorry, it is there with 80 quantity. So that is still we have not passed with the sales invoice. And same time, if you go to the sales order outstandings, all orders, so here you will be able to find with 20 quantity. But meanwhile, if you are going to check it out in the account books, ledger, and with that party, that is Param Company Limited. So until and unless you pass the accounting related entry, that is sales, debit note or payment, any of these entries, if you are going to pass it, it is not going to affect anywhere in the accounts books. As of now, it is only in fact inventory report has been affected with. The next we are going to pass with sales, Param Company Limited. We will select with the same delivery note number and accept it. The quantity which was pending, so that is going to be taken automatically. Now from this transaction, it starts with the reference number, that is the bill-wise details. So for which we are supposed to give the reference number, new reference, accepted. So now if you go and check it out in the reports like display, statement of inventory, sales order outstanding will remain 20 quantity, whereas the sales bill pending will be 0. Statement of accounts, outstandings, receivables. So here the party names it shows. Now, in case if there is any returns after the sales invoice, you can pass the credit note. It is not mandatory every time that you should be able to pass with debit note entry, credit note entry or debit note entry. It is not mandatory. If it is there, you can pass with. So if you want to pass debit note, credit note, it will be always after the purchase invoice and sales invoice, not before that. Okay. So let's assume it there was no any returns by the customer. So let's pass the directly the receipt entry. So I can go to the F6, select the party, select the against reference and select the sales invoice reference and accept the entry. So this is how you are going to pass the entries related to purchase order process and sales order process. Is there any doubt on this transactions wise? I'll give you a minute of time. Please let me know that if you are clear with this, we can go ahead with the further topic. Please type it as move on if you have understood. If you are not understood, you can ask me the question on the same. If understood, you can type it as move on. If not understood, you can be able to type the query what you are not understood with. Is that anyone is there online? Okay, fine. Okay, so we shall end for this session for today. So please practice with this process entries, because if we go with any other further topic, it will be again, it will be above the head. So please practice with all this process entries. And in case of any kind of queries you have it at the time of practicing it, so please put that same questions on the WhatsApp group so we can be able to solve the same on the same. Okay. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.